All right. So what I want to do now is I'm going to ask each group, and I want you to tell us from a stress response perspective, not any other reason, but just from the stress response, how it does how we described it. Why would that be considered useful? Why would you, if you were a wellness coach, would you say this would be a useful, here's why it would be useful? Got it? So, first group, what's one thing you have on here, and up here, where would you put it? Questionable, pretty good, or best? And I'm assuming with these top 5, they'll be over here. What's one thing you have?
Like exercise and being outside. Just kind of lumped in together as one.
Exercise. Okay, now from a stress perspective, why would you say exercise? Because clearly, exercise is the best thing for us to improve our human condition. And I have proof of that in our other class. We really get into it for a day or two of here's everything that happens to us physiologically, just physiologically, when the stress response, or when we exercise. Alexis.
Hormones released in our brains, like, I can't remember the, yes, endorphins, they help us feel better.
They do that. Okay, that's a sub-reason. What's the main single reason? And this what you said is a piece of this. What's the main reason why exercising would be so good for the stress perspective?
Because when we're stressed, we're built up with a lot of energy. So when we're exercising, we are releasing that energy.
Yeah. Do you get that? If you've been telling yourself all day you should be running from a bear, right? If you're saying uh-oh to everything that's coming along, oh my gosh, your body, as you said accurately, is creating that physiology that is designed to run or fight. So the smartest thing we can do is follow through on that message and do one or the other. Now, I saw another hand. Somebody else raised.
I was just thinking if you would be mindful, but not necessarily. But as a general rule, when you're exercising, you're thinking about what you're doing.
Yeah, if you're playing racquetball, you can't be thinking about the test coming up while you're playing racquetball, right? So the next question is, what is the best exercise? What?
One that you'll do, one that makes you happy.
It is the one you'll do. Not the one that makes you happy, because you might not do my favorite thing is snow skiing. That's one of my favorite things. I just never do. 3/4 of the year, there's not any snow up there.
Okay, well, I guess that's true.
But it is the one you will do. And it doesn't make a whole lot of difference what it is from a stress perspective. Now, one of the things that's really, really taken hold, some of you may be, is this. How many of you are familiar with high-intensity interval training, the HIIT kind of exercise? If you analyze high-intensity, when you go high-intensity interval training, what does that look like?
It's usually like a baseline and then like a burst of hard.
How long does the burst last?
Like a minute or two.
Yeah, not very long, right? The one that I do is 30 seconds. It's a minute and a half, and then 30 seconds all out, and then a minute and a half of resting. And there's not a right way, but there are variations. But for that short burst, you're giving it everything, right? It's exactly like the stress response. It's exactly the same. You're powering, then you're out of it. So you're doing, like you said, exactly what you've been telling yourself you should be doing when you're stressed.